Miss Jammer, good evening. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. I see Debbie Benton. Thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast as well. Crazy P, she's always here. Where else would she be? Good evening to you. Uh, yeah, somebody said we ready, Crazy P. I'm sure you are. T. Riley, hey Scott, I'm here for Spitting Fire. She's in the house tonight. Spitting Fire is in the house tonight. Dana Hudson, good evening to you. Thank you as well for tuning in. Jamie Lee, Janet Lee, good evening to you. Miss Hot Pink is here tonight. My good friend Rare Breed is here. Welcome. I see Miss Faye is in the house tonight from North Carolina. Thank you for tuning in. Sky Zone, thank you for tuning in to tonight's broadcast. Welcome. Major from California, welcome to tonight's broadcast. Glad to have you. Okay, I was waiting on Lisa Robinson. She just popped up. All right, then. Okay. We don't normally do shows on Sunday. So it must be a special reason why we're doing a show on Sunday night, unless it's a breaking news story. Saturdays, Saturdays and Sundays, absolutely nothing. Try to get my rest. But tonight, there's a reason why we're coming on air tonight. And I thank you all for tuning in to tonight's broadcast as well. I didn't know if I was going to be able to bring some of you guys out tonight because it is a Sunday night. Miss Chambers, good evening to you and welcome. I see LeJean67. How are you this evening? It's always good to see you. Always. Okay, Rhonda is from, I think, Newark, New Jersey. Welcome to the night's broadcast as well. The other day, someone called my attention to a video that was done by the cousin of Cupcake. She did an interview with the media. I wrote the name down, but I don't have it here with me. Her name is Shantae Long, I think. When Shantae Long began to speak, when she said her first word, heaven bagging me up, I could feel her pain. I could hear it in her voice, just from her first word. Shantae basically said, I think the two people Birmingham Police Department have in custody are being framed. She went on to say maybe they was in the wrong place, at that particular time. But she don't believe they have the right people. So tonight we're going to address that. I've shared that video. It's on our Injustice Investigations Facebook page. I think we did it maybe 2 days ago. We shared it. Now, the two people that are in custody both have been charged with Cupcake's kidnapping and capital murder. We'll go back for a minute, then I'm going to address what the cousin said. When the two made their first appearance in the courtroom to answer to the charges of capital murder and kidnapping, I remember when Patrick Stoneworth said, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't know why I'm charged with capital murder. Now, there can be many reasons why someone would say they don't know they're being charged with capital murder. They may not be They may be suffering from some kind of mental illness. They could be on drugs, or knowing they did it and just saying, I don't know why you charged me because I didn't do it, but they know they did it. Or someone would say, I don't know why I'm being charged with capital murder and I didn't do it, but I know who did. Patrick Stoneworth, bonded out of jail. His bond was $500,000. I think the next day he was bonded out, or the day after, I think. But either way, the bail was met. He was released. Now, if you're wondering who in the hell bonded him out on the $500,000 bond, so am I. I don't know. I have my theories, and that's just that, a theory. You would think if he killed Cupcake, if he kidnapped Cupcake, once bonded out of jail, he would leave the city of Birmingham. But he didn't. Must be crazy. Or he may not be the killer. He may not be the one kidnapped Cupcake. Derek Brown, his girlfriend, may not be the one kidnapped Cupcake. May not be the one killed Cupcake. This is kind of like the Malia Davis story. You got so many twists and turns in here. Every day the story changes. Depending upon who you're listening to, you have a tendency to believe things that may not be necessarily true. Once they were first picked up, a lady called me. And her name is Miss Jenny. She may be on the live feed tonight. She said, Mr. Scott, I don't think they got the right people. I said, okay. I said, explain. And she did. She said, first of all, you have to remember that Cupcake was right there. They were close to her, didn't know it. She said, now, these two individuals have a history of fooling with children. They both do. We pulled the rap sheet. They both do. Birmingham Police Department said Patrick Stoneworth told them that we entice children with candy. Well, he didn't say we enticed Cupcake with candy. He said we entice children with candy, which to me simply means this is our career. We do this all the time. But now, watch this. Good evening. See, Miss J is here. Thank you for tuning in. You got to be here. Miss Guillory, good evening to you. Thank you so much for tuning in. Now, watch this. Just because a person done something in the past does not necessarily mean they will do it again. What it does mean is they are capable of doing it again. But will they do it again? You can't say that. We can't say that. Now watch this. September the 11th, Twin Towers went down. I think about 3,000 people didn't show up for work that day. I'm assuming everybody must have had a cold. Nobody showed up. Now, Osama bin Laden did the attack on America. Well, that's what we've been told. if you remember physics, it's virtually impossible for both of those buildings to have came down in a pancake form, being hit by a jet. It don't work that way. So when you see buildings go down in a pancake form, usually within that building, they have put explosives in there to bring that building down that way. It's kind of like a safety issue. But Bin Laden did it. We got probably over 100 tapes of Bin Laden. I did it. I did it. We will do it again. All the tapes you received. It took years before somebody could take him out. And he was right there. Right there. Plain view. But now, does this mean that Osama bin Laden attacked America? Not necessarily. If I want to frame you, I got to do something catastrophic that's going to look like your signature. And anybody in his or her righteous mind is going to say, oh, yeah, he did it. That's how he come. He couldn't have been framed. He could have. Now, back to Shantae Long. I believe her. I do. Something is not right somewhere. She knows. She may know more than she's letting on, or she may not. The spirit could be telling us just something's not right with this. It's just not right. This story has changed probably 20 times after Cupcake was buried. Probably 100 or sometimes before she was buried. The mother was there. No, she wasn't. She dropped the child off. No, she was there too, because she went back in for 3 minutes, so Shantae says. And when she came back out, Cupcake was gone. There were 2 children outside playing. You saw the video. You saw the news conference. Why take one and not take both? If you're a child molester, you're like little boys and little girls. At that particular time, with all due respect, it could have been a wonderful night for you because you had 2. Not 2 to choose from, but 2 to grab. But you didn't. You grabbed 1. So to me, Shantae, and probably others, it appears as if Cupcake was marked. It was inevitable. It was going to happen. I believe whoever the 2 men were, or the last man who they walked away with, he knew them and they knew him. What I'm saying is not a fact. This is my opinion, and I'm not trying to pass my opinion off as a fact, but I'm just telling you the way I see it. I can be 1,000,000,000% wrong, but something is not right with this case. Is the mother involved? I don't know. Could be. Debbie Bidden, thank you for your donation this evening. Gratefully appreciate you. When I watched her video, I was disturbed by how far Cupcake was from her mother in the middle of the streets. And right before, I think it was a 6-minute video, it ends, she yells, Cupcake, paraphrase, get out the streets. Before she said that, I hope I'm right with putting them in order. She kind of looked directly into the camera because that van is driving by here real slow. You're going to leave that alone. Something is not right. I don't think the father killed them. I don't. Here's what I think. Here's what I think. It's my opinion. It's not a fact. I'm gonna throw it out there. I can be wrong. And if I am, I will come back and publicly apologize. Jefferson, I'm great. How are you? Thanks for tuning in. Could it have been a drug deal gone bad? Could it have been a burglary gone bad? Okay, we're going to grab your daughter and we're going to hold your daughter for ransom until you pay her. Now, daddy may have a little money, but if you add it up, he's broke. He's poor. Since when do we kidnap kids from poor families and hold them for ransom? We don't. Birmingham police medical examiner says that the Miss Spitting Fire, stop moving that paper, whatever it is. Calm down. I wasn't supposed to call her name yet. Good Lord Jesus. Now, maybe lose my thought. The daddy said, what would a grown man want with a 3-year-old girl? How is that justice for you? I'm going to leave out the grown man and the 3-year-old child. I want to focus on how is that justice for you. Come on now. It was a subliminal message. That's what it was. He said she was being held for ransom. Dominic, the father, during his 12 minutes and 30 seconds interview with the media. Everybody know me. I got money. I got cars. I'll pay whatever for my cook ticket. Oh, mine. So what makes you, didn't you say it was a guy? How do you know? What is that guy grab? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. He gets in a vehicle. He smokes a blunt. He's putting down the mother. She wants money. Whatever the case may be, there is no trouble hard. The heart is not troubled at all. The child is missing. The child has been kidnapped. But nothing about you tell me that you're a worried father. It doesn't. My child's missing, especially kidnapped. I don't have time to give the media a 12-minute interview. I give it 2 or 3, and I got to hit the pavement looking for my child. That's my responsibility. I don't care if the cops do it or not. I got to go. But don't forget, he also said she's okay. But the medical examiner said she died. They suffocated her the same day. Well, that don't make any sense. If she was targeted because of her debt or their money or whatever the case may be, if you kill the child on the same day, she's no longer your bargaining chip. You get nothing now. Nothing. So, does it mean Cupcake was killed on the same day she was kidnapped? No. Well, the medical examiner and the police confirmed. They did. You're just going to believe them because, medical examiner, the police department. Surely the police department wouldn't lie to you. Come on now. But why would they have a reason to lie about when she got killed? That shit said to be continued. And we're going to leave that there. Sometimes you got to be open-minded. You got to look at both sides of this thing. Now, before we get to our show tonight, let me address this girl. Where's she at? We put pictures out of Malia Davis probably every day or every other day. Sometimes we put pictures out and they have a caption on it. Sometimes we don't put anything up there. Just put it out. Now, what you perceive from that you perceive. Position determines perspective. What you see depends upon where you stand it. It's as simple as that. The picture we put out, it had a circle around her arm and her forehead. So the lady says, those are not scratches, that's her hair, and that's not a mark. I don't think we asked your opinion. But she said it. We deleted her comment. You go to my Injustice Investigations Facebook page, you'll see her comment to me when she inboxed me a little while ago. And the way she came at me pissed me off. It really did. Because not one time did we say these are marks on Malia. Now, you can go on the page and find pictures. Well, I go straight to the point and tell you these are marks. You'll find those. You'll find those. Now, whatever you perceive from that. So her name, I think, is Robin Levy, Robya, fat white chick. She's on the page. Put her comment up and my response to her being upset because she's in her feelings because I deleted her comment. If you're listening tonight, you just need to grow up. It's as simple as that. Get out your feelings. Maybe the Injustice Investigations Facebook page is not for you. Maybe this channel is not for you. But when you come at me right. Make sure you know what you're talking about before you start talking. But I'm supposed to just accept your word that those are not marks on her if I said that. So you said they're not. Oh, okay. That's good. That's what she said. Where to do that at? Where to do that at? Don't like what you see? You need to go somewhere else. Tomorrow night, Tuesday night, I think it starts at 8 p.m. Court TV will be doing a series on Harvey Weinstein. The disgraced movie producer has an avalanche of allegations against him, everything from sexual assault, sexual battery, to 18 counts of outright rape. And tomorrow night, they're going to start the 2-night series. They're going to speak with 2 of his attorneys. They also are going to speak with 2 of the alleged victims. Now, when I was speaking with Spitting Fire earlier today, and I was telling what I read, what struck me the most is if you go back and look at a lot of stories they did on R.Kelly, they call the alleged victims. Gayle King, victims. Oprah, victim. And they're not. They're alleged victims. But now, Harvey Weinstein, when they did the report on him, his alleged accusers. In 2017, allegations of Weinstein shenanigans, sexual assault, is sent to 2 New York journalists who broke the story. In 2018, I think May 25th, Harvey Weinstein turns himself in to authorities in New York City. The incidents date back from 1980 to 2015. His alleged accusers, we have put all their names that we got from Wikipedia on our Facebook Injustice page if you want to go and look at all of his accusers. Now, I've asked Spitting Fire to join me tonight because if anybody knows about R.Kelly case, it's Spitting Fire. Uh, she has aggressively been making videos to make sure that Robert Sylvester Kelly receives due process of the law. That's it. She studied this case day in and day out. There are a lot of truths out there, and then there are a lot of lies. So I'm going to do a live interview with her this Wednesday at 7 p.m. after the series on Court TV has come to its end. So tonight is the last time she's going to talk about R. Kelly and Harvey Weinstein publicly until we interview her on this Wednesday at 7 p.m. And with that being said, it gives me great pleasure to welcome my good friend, tell it like a T.I. is, Spitting Fire. How are you?
I'm good. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody in the chat? Y'all all right today? I hope everybody all right today.
Amen. They are saying hello to you as well. I see them.
I hope so. I hope so.
Listen.
I'm here to turn the heat up.
That's it. I want you to turn it up. But I have a lot of questions for you, and I know we won't get to all of them tonight. But I respect your coverage of this case. And it's not like you're out saying R. Kelly is 100% innocent or 100% guilty. You're just asking for due process of the law. And I don't believe he's receiving it. I know you don't, and a lot of people on here tonight don't believe that R. Kelly is receiving due process of the law. Let me ask you this first, and then we'll get into his charges and stuff. Tell me about the toe thing and R. Kelly. The toe. R. Kelly's toe.
Okay, so from what is gathered, that he had infected toe. Ingrown toenails that got infected somehow in the prison, and that he could not, he didn't want to come to court because it was said that he didn't want to step on his toe. He got a boot on his foot and everything, and so I guess the transporting with that type of toe and what they give you, I guess he just, the hassle of it all or whatever, and I'm quite sure it's not like you can go to a fucking medicine cabinet and take pain medicines when you want to when you're in prison. You know, everything has to be administered to you. So he did not want to go to court with that toe. And there was a big old spectacle about that. And of course the media said R.Kelly failed to come to court. He didn't want to come to court. He this and he that. And he has a spokesperson, which is called an attorney. And the head of that spokesperson is Steve Greenberg. Okay? And so he said this company's health is declining in jail and all that. Well, I could have imagined it would be, considering the fact that he's not young and that you just can't go into a medicine cabinet and say, oh, let me take some pain meds. Exactly. Or let me put up on a pillow and put some ice on. He's in jail.
And that's,
so he has to endure all this shit.
Yeah, and that's understandable, you know, and I think this is the longest he has stayed in jail since these new allegations came against him. And most of them are from New York City. Today, I pulled the 18-count indictment, 18 pages rather, of R. Kelly's indictments. And there are some serious charges, Spitting Fire. You know that, and I know that.
Yeah.
But
RICO is always serious. Anything that they charge you with and you're asking for jail time is serious.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if it's a misdemeanor. It still can be serious. It don't have to be a class A felony for it to be serious. If somebody putting something on you, then it's serious, especially when it's illegal. You understand what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But see, here's what I want to say. I know all that was your question. What I want to say about that indictment since you mentioned it.
Okay.
See, what people don't understand is indictments are one-sided. Okay? Indictments are one-sided. I want everybody in the chat to understand this. Because people think, oh, he indicted. And they think that when you indict the shit in stone, excuse me, I said I won't go cuss on your platform.
You're good. Go ahead.
They say that they think that it's in stone. No, indictments are one-sided. It's a grand jury that's made up of many people, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And the prosecutor. Now, it depends on if the prosecutor trying to send you to jail or if the prosecutor trying to stop you from going to jail. But that's the way indictments work. So normally, when a prosecutor tries to indict police, it's trying to stop charges from coming. But some prosecutors will try to put a police officer in jail too. But what they do is they come and they bring witnesses and they bring what they think is evidence and they present this to the grand jury and then they say the grand jury listens to what they say is a witness and then they decide whether it's enough to bring about a charge or enough to bring about an arrest. And the grand jury will say yes or no. It doesn't mean that they're innocent or guilty. It just means that we say, okay, well, we think it's enough for a charge.
Right.
And the thing about these people that's going into these grand juries, I'm trying not to cuss. These are some really idiot people. Every time somebody comes and sit in the grand jury box, doesn't mean that that's evidence enough, because you also got to see that there's another side to this.
Exactly.
I'm so sick of every time somebody goes to a grand jury, the grand jury just say yes. Well, that's just one-sided, just like the media.
You know, Ava, caller, Miss Jade, can you respond to her comment, please? Thank you. The grand jury. And you said it. I mean, well put. A lot of times when the prosecution don't think that they have enough for a case, they send it over there to the grand jury and let them deal with it. And so it doesn't mean that they found something that the prosecution didn't find. It just means that they saw enough, allegedly, to indict R.Kelly. Now, we also have to remember, just because a person has been accused of committing a crime does not necessarily mean that he or she has committed that crime. They just simply been accused, and that's it. But with R&B singer R.Kelly, I don't think people are looking at it that way. They believe everything that the women are saying. But now you have 4 or 5 women spitting fire, alleging R. Kelly did this and he did that. He kidnapped us, made us do this, made us have sex with other girls and other women and stuff. We couldn't go to the bathroom. We couldn't talk on the phone. Now, this is just 4 or 5 women. But when I look at the Harvey Weinstein case, you got R. Kelly's career was what, 30 years, right?
30 plus. Yeah.
Okay, 30 plus years. So now you have over 80 some women accusing Harvey Weinstein of everything from sexual assault to outright rape. Now, I said that to say this. With R. Kelly being R. Kelly, all you come up with 4 girls, do you know how many women this brother has been with throughout his career?
Absolutely. And see, here's the thing. Here's the message with these women liberation movement. The women liberation movement is allowing women to not have to be accountable for shit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm a woman and I'm saying this. Anytime you sit up there and this brother how can he make you have sex with another woman? But you come and go when you want to. Oh, but he held me hostage. And then I left and I came back. But I thought you was held hostage because the hostage situations that I know, you don't have a choice about leaving and coming and going when you want to. Now that kind of defeats the purpose of the definition of hostage.
Amen.
You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
People throwing these words out here. And what the thing is about the media, and I want everybody in the chat to pay attention to this. The media telling people one thing and saying another. common sense does not add up with that. Don't let nobody have you at a red light and tell you it's green and you just go because of the fact is they told you it's green.
That's it.
And your ass get ran into.
That's
you understand what I'm saying? Don't believe after hype. Use your, and he did tell you when he was interviewing with Gayle King. Use your common sense. It's common down sense. This is R.Kelly. This is not a A-list or a B-list or C-list. This is a mega superstar. He knows, and on God breathes earth, he cannot do shit like this. This doesn't make any sense, people. It does not make any sense. Then you got one girl. Oh, yeah, he held me hostage. We couldn't take baths. Oh, really? So you just around here just screwing with a stinking quad, huh?
Exactly.
You just gonna say that on TV, huh? Because that's what I'm thinking in my mind when you say he ain't make you take baths. Because I'm thinking, how fucking stupid are you? I'm thinking, how stupid are you?
Right. And you know, when you think about that, R. Kelly being who he is, I just can't believe that he would want you around him funky.
I can't believe that either. I can't believe that either. And not only that, because when there were people that I know who went to see him last summer, spring, and they met him for the first time, and then there was a young lady they said that went to see him, and they said that her hair was messed up. And R. Kelly told this young lady, "You need to get your hair did." So if he worried about appearances, I'm quite sure you gotta clean.
I don't know. I've lost count. Do you know the exact number of charges he is now facing? Approximately how many?
I would say I would round up to 20 charges. Up to 20 charges, I think, with the state. Because I know they had 11 more charges with the state with this one young lady. And then there was like 15, 16 charges with him with the feds or whatever. And then there was a charge in Minnesota or whatever. And these are mediocre charges. And people don't care about the charges. People just hear a charge or they are locked up, and the law is not always right.
That's it.
This is what I want to tell everybody. The law is not always right. I mean, come on, let me tell you something. And I want to speak this to y'all because I need y'all to understand something and get educated out here. See, what they would do to us, we are not equal in the law. I tell everybody that all the time, especially if you black, only 3/5 of a person in the law.
That's it.
Where a white man is one whole, but a black man is 3/5. So here's what I want to tell y'all. While y'all sitting up there, and these are the women who believe he's guilty. I'm speaking to them. Okay? I'm speaking to you. And I'm speaking to the brothers who think he's guilty too, why they think they can't have him live. While you sit up there, because you gotta watch what you say, because we can come back home. But while you sitting up here talking about something, he guilty of this, you go into that jury box. Put this man away for life. Your son going to the jury box. Put this man away for life. And get in his car and bend that corner and the police put him on. Have you ever thought of that? And now your son racially profiled.
That's it.
After putting his own away in the jury box just 15 minutes prior.
That's it.
You gotta think about stuff like this. Like there are things that people need to be upset about that they're not upset about. You know what I'm saying? You don't come back and bring charges up for 20 years. The reason why I want our church to have due process of the law is this. Is that when I read the indictment, there were long ago charges. And these were charges that he was already found acquitted on. You don't get to not get the damn verdict you want back then and then start over. I don't care if it was a state charge then, do you come back with the feds? It doesn't work that way. That's some stuff that we have to really think about as people that are African American descent. Because we're going to be the ones who suffer from that the most. And for all you women out there who got sons, if they can do this to R. Kelly, your son and every man in your family is in trouble.
Spire, earlier today when you and I were talking. You talked about the men, and you need the men to not only pay attention, but to get mad or get angry. Explain that to us tonight, please.
What they need to be. Because for one thing, you got a woman like me who's sitting up there trying to fight injustice that see men doing wrong. That's the Bill Cosby said, all these women that not being held accountable and not doing what they're supposed to do. And if they sleep with a celebrity and they don't get the money or the part that they want, then they can now get rape. And we supposed to be okay with that. We supposed to believe that all our men who made it out of the hood, or all our men who made an impact in movies that we love, or that build an empire, rapists. That's what we're supposed to believe. And one of the things that men need to be upset about is I'm a woman and I'm sitting up here fighting. Men are not upset about it like they ought to be. They ought to be really pissed off about this, because a woman can come back and claim rape on you 20 and 30 years later. You got that old girlfriend, okay? Because there's no statute of limitations on rape. You got that old girlfriend. I don't care if your dog go out or whatever. And see, that's another thing. Bad behavior is not grounds on a criminal charge. It's not grounds for a criminal charge. So you got a girlfriend you had 20 years ago. She see you with your new thing, and you got a family and everything. She can decide she wants to just tear all that up and say you raped her 20, 30 years ago.
Wow.
And they ain't listening. No, men are not pissed off about it. They need to be the main ones pissed off about this R.Kelly situation. Not because they think he's innocent or guilty. It's because our law is not being just. If the law is not just, how can we hold R.Kelly accountable?
Come on now.
Prosecutor.
Come on.
You got a prosecutor that's under indictment. You got a damn lawyer that says he got all these sex tapes for R.Kelly that's under Fed indictment as well. So why the hell? Now why is one motherfucker in jail?
That's it. So with that being said, is there a difference in the treatment between R.Kelly and Harvey Weinstein?
If you gotta ask. Okay, so let's say Harvey Weinstein, you a businessman. They charge R.Kelly with RICO. RICO Enterprises normally dealing with like Al Capone and drug dealers and all of that. So you really want us to think, and you really want society to think, that this man's whole career was a front for 5 motherfucking hot-ass women. You really want us to think that? Because I don't understand what logic other people think. And see, what they did was, I'm going to talk about Harvey Weinstein, but let me say this, because I forget. What they did was, they preyed on women who were raped and their emotions. And if they can get them on their side, then they got enough people, because we know it's a whole lot of people who've been molested and raped out in society. And they preyed on them, knowing that their narratives are false, and that they can get money, because the people, what I want to tell the people who actually was raped, and the people who actually was molested, they played on your narrative, because the person who actually raped you, you can't get no money from. But they used your narrative to write books, and they go to award shows. You need to be damn mad. Because rape and molestation is not nothing to make a mockery of.
Exactly.
For your political gain.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? Women are here so damn stupid. It's like, well, I believe you did it because I was raped. But go after your goddamn rapist thing.
That's it. Listen.
And speaking of Harvey Weinstein, move over, Injustice. I got this.
Go ahead.
Now listen. Speaking of Harvey Weinstein, now you got 80 damn charges. So I'm over. Now we know that he is a businessman. So we know that he done travel all over the world for business deals. He go all over the place. And we know that actresses and stuff like that travel and go all over the places, right? So the RICO law says that you not only just a minor, but you sex trafficking people. So you get them to come across their lives for slaving and sexually abusing them and stuff. Why the fuck Harvey Weinstein is not charged with a RICO?
Come on.
Why he not charged with a fucking RICO? And then why all these people in Hollywood turn their back? But see, Oprah ain't saying shit with Harvey Weinstein because she got too much investments in his films. Like that Lion King shit. She
Gail said, you're right. And well, of course, you can see them in pictures and videos out partying, together there and stuff. But Gail said that R. Kelly spit on her lips when she was interviewing him.
Well, she should have been so goddamn tough. The man was goddamn emotional. He was talking loud. So spitting is part of his fucking DNA, mother birth women. Dog it. Dang it.
Listen, okay.
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't.
You close to him. He's emotional. He's screaming. He yelling. So yeah, but don't act like he humped up and just threw a spit in your face and it landed on your lips.
I think that, and we've said this before, if you would pay attention to the takedown of R. Kelly, how
people need to get mad about it.
Exactly, and it's being pushed in your face every day. And with the help of mainstream media and other celebrities and the Me Too movement, what's going on with R. Kelly now, with what's coming out public.